Good evening, and welcome to the April 9, 2019 school board meeting. We have a full audience tonight, a lot of good things going on. It's always wonderful to see so many children in our audience, so we're glad you all are here. Before we move to the musical part of our program, though, if you would stand with me, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Kids at Hope Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Kids at Hope Pledge, as an adult and a treasure hunter, I am committed to search for all the talents, skills, and intelligence that exist in all children and youth. I believe all children are capable of success, no exceptions. We have a double treat tonight, and I'll ask my fellow board members to join me down on the floor so that we can enjoy it. We have from Parkway Elementary under the direction of music teacher Beth Torrenson, and we also have from Southport Middle School under the direction of Mr. Jim LeBon, performances from each. So welcome, we're glad you're here with us.
Good evening. My name is Jim LeBon, and I have the pleasure of being the bandmaster at Southport Middle School. I'd like to introduce one of my 8th graders. This is Adriana Perfetti, and she's going to be performing an unaccompanied flute solo entitled Syrinx by Claude Debussy.
we have any family members of the students that performed, or school family and friends, if you would stand so that we can recognize all of you and the fine talent that you have provided us with tonight. Every time we hear performances like this on such varying scales, we're reminded why we support arts in the schools every single day. So thank you. Mr. Superintendent, we'll move into our special orders.
It is my pleasure to bring forward Mr. Roger Priest of the Fort Pierce Sunrise Kiwanis, who will be sharing some exciting information about our schools and the awards that they received in the St. Lucie County School Fair displays.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Quinn Hazley Wheeler. Roger Priest is here, but he's going to be over there handing out the checks. So, as always, we're very glad to be here with you tonight, and we're going to be presenting the checks for the winners of the fair displays. The education building is sponsored by the Fort Pierce Sunrise Kiwanis out at the fairgrounds every year, and we look forward to seeing all of the hard work that each of our schools do in participating. And I personally have to say, we've been doing this many, many years. This year by far had the best displays, and I'm pretty sure that all of our Kiwanis members can agree with me. So we are going to start out with our first place recipients this evening. They were sponsored by Garber Buick here in Fort Pierce. In the elementary division, we have Windmill Point Elementary receiving $1,000. If you'd like to come forward, please.
This is where you need to apologize.
Yes.
Checks, huh?
And I do have to apologize. You're going to get this pretty big check, but the real check, unfortunately, got delayed in traffic. We promise it will get personally delivered to you.
Thank you.
Are we taking pictures in between?
Huh?
Will he be taking pictures of each school?
I guess so.
Is he taking a picture?
We don't need to be in it, Roger. Oh, do the rest of them?
Do the rest of them. Okay,
Okay.
going down the list. Next is going to be middle school and K through 8, and the award goes to Northport K through 8. And in the high school division, Port St. Lucie High School. You're so welcome. And as just a little side note, I believe that this is the first year that Windmill Point has received an award from the fair. No, not the first year?
Northport.
Northport, sorry. So all of these fine folks received $1,000, again sponsored by Garber Buick.
Let's go to St. Lucie. We're good.
We're good. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
We'll bring your check to school.
Alrighty, so moving on, we have our second place recipients. This award is sponsored by Dermody Pediatric Dentistry. In the elementary division, Bayshore Elementary. Thank you so much. In the middle school K through 8 division is going to be Westgate K through 8. And finally, in the high school division, Fort Pierce Central High School.
Do you know about this?
Yeah, we give them an annual donation.
Is that going to happen today?
No, it does. I don't know if it's
Whatever. We can do it.
All righty, third place recipients are sponsored by Westside Church in Fort Pierce. Elementary division is Weatherby Elementary. In the middle school K through 8 is going to be Southern Oaks Middle School. No one. Okay. And in the high school division, Treasure Coast High School.
Okay, so People's Choice is here. And that's going to to Fairlawn.
Dr. Tuesday.
So let's see if there's any
Dr.
others
Tuesday. There's not
out of the box we don't have the money for. Okay.
All right, and we have the Out of the Box Award, which is sponsored by the St. Lucie County Fair. Roger's looking for his big check over there. All righty, so for elementary, we have Lakewood Park Elementary School.
Tell them they'll be delivered. We don't have these.
And unfortunately, these are some more that got stuck in traffic. It's in the mail. For middle K through 8, we have St. Lucie West K through 8. And finally, in high school, St. Lucie West Centennial.
What is this? I don't know, that's wrong. I don't know. Okay, so look. Fairlawn is People's Choice. That should be a slide, okay. Okay, People's Choice.
So the final award here is the People's Choice Award, and People's Choice is based on the number of votes. It's really fun to get the kids involved. Actually, people of all ages, they actually get to vote with an actual ballot. and our wonderful ballot machines. Gertrude Walker helps us with that every year. So the winning number, let's see, there were 611 votes out of 6,334. The winner this year is Fairlawn Elementary.
Oh, good. So we
So
can
that's
give them
people's
this.
choice. All right.
So you can give them that too? Have them stay, maybe?
Okay. Let's see what the next slide is, maybe.
Okay,
Oh yeah, they're up there.
good.
So we have Fairlawn and FKC and the education. Yep.
Have this done. Did I miss them?
I don't know. Is he still here? Yeah, he's still here. No, I didn't see them on there at all. Okay, so Fairlawn, if you could actually stay up here. Each year, one of the things we look forward to as Kiwanians is actually getting to go into the schools and read for Dr. Seuss's birthday. So as part of that, we do donate $250 to the school media center so they can buy books and stuff for the children. So this year we have checks presented to Fairlawn and FK Sweet Elementary.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have our annual donation for the St. Lucie County Education Foundation of $1,000.
Should someone go up? It's just.
Want your picture? So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for letting us be here this evening, and thank you for all of your participation in the fair every year.
As we move on with some special recognitions, it is definitely my pleasure to bring forward a unique partnership that we have. It is a new partnership that has formed between Lincoln Park Academy and the Concetta Vigiano Perry Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization in Fort Pierce focused on philanthropy, volunteerism, and grant making. This foundation has graciously offered to donate $10,000 toward establishing Lincoln Park Academy's first ever wrestling team. The donation will help purchase the team's initial uniforms and equipment bags for students. In addition, the funds will support safety equipment and assist with the logistics support related to participation in meets and competition. Here to present a check on behalf of the foundation is one of its board of director members, Dr. Paul Gavoni, and I also invite the athletic director, Coach Jill Corey, and proud principal Henry Santabria to come forward as well. And next, a tremendous honor was recently bestowed upon our very own West Prep principal, Mr. Joseph Lazeau. Last week, during the high school's JROTC awards ceremony, an impressive number of cadets earned awards for high academic accomplishments, and they were recognized for their citizenship, leadership, and community service. At the close of the ceremony, CSM Frederico Dutton nominated and presented Mr. Joseph Lazeau with the Commander's Award for Civilian Service. The Commander's Award for Civilian Service is an honorary award presented by the United States Department of the Army to civilian employees for commendable service or achievement. The Commander's Award for Civilian Service is comparable to the Military Army Commendation Medal. In recognition of Mr. Lazeau's commitment to a positive school culture, his public support of the JROTC program, and as an honored recipient of this award, I am so happy to have him coming forward to be recognized for this distinguished award. Next, we have the 5-Star Award. The 5-Star School Award was created by the Commissioner for Community Involvement, the Commissioner's Community Involvement Council, and it is presented annually to those schools that have shown evidence of exemplary community involvement. In order to earn the 5-Star Award recognition, a school must show documentation that it has achieved 100% of the established criteria in the following categories: business partnerships, family involvement, volunteerism, student community service, and school advisory councils. In addition, schools must also have earned a grade of C or above and school improvement rating of maintaining or improving for the year of its nomination. In keeping with St. Lucie Public Schools' very positive momentum, this award was earned by 25 schools last year, and this year we are proud to invite 30 school recipients of the 5-Star Award. Please come forward with your certificates. We have all of our school recipients listed above. Congratulations to all of our 5-Star School Award winners.
That's a good, yeah, that's a good. Okay, that's fine.
So we'll. Okay,
We now move to our STAR presentations. And I have some very touching presentations that show the commitment our staff has to our students. The STAR program's focus is to recognize employees for their behaviors, skills, and actions that correlate with the district's vision and acknowledge those who exemplify its core values. The employees who will be receiving the STAR Award for the month of April begin with a very benevolent team at Westgate K-8 and Treasure Coast High. Please come forward, Ms. Kristen Bowman, Samantha Bowman, Esther Guzman, and Elise Kirkledee. It was over the winter holiday that a family experienced great need. As part of the Westgate family, staff members had been taking close care of these children by being attuned to their needs and providing clean clothes and other necessity items for several months. Unfortunately, some unforeseen circumstances resulted in a temporary removal from their home. Working in conjunction with the appropriate agencies, staff members stepped forward as emergency placement was sought. They opened their homes and their hearts to the children so their holiday would not be spent in a shelter. Quick action also garnered additional support from the Westgate family to provide a lifetime of holiday memories for these children. The school continues to work and collaborate with the children's current caregiver to provide support. This is a true testament to the staff's caring nature and to the willingness that goes above and beyond. And I know that we have a very proud principal in the audience who's also part of this team. Congratulations. Next, in a similar channel of support, I invite Tammy Christie from Performance-Based Preparatory Academy to please come forward. Ms. Christie serves as a guidance counselor. Ms. Christie, one of your colleagues, Lisa Culver, observed how you demonstrated care and compassion to assist a student who, through no fault of his own, found himself to be homeless. You became aware of the student's unfortunate situation, did a little digging, and facilitated his transition to a shelter where he could safely stay. But that was not all. Having worked with him, you were also aware of his aspiration to graduate and to pursue a career in the Army. Therefore, you reached out to contact in the military, and we fast forward to today. The young man has graduated and has entered basic training to start his career as a member of the United States Army. For our third and final Star Award of the evening, Miss Angela Robinson, a fourth grade teacher at St. Lucie Elementary. Will you please come forward? Miss Robinson, we thank you for your service each and every day. One of your students' parents shared that her child is an exceptional education student who has struggled in school, but not this year. She states, Miss Robinson calls or texts me daily or weekly to let me know how my child is doing. She takes her by her side in small groups and makes sure that she understands the lessons before coming home with homework. In the past, my child could not do her homework independently because she just did not understand. Mrs. Robinson has been a game changer for my child, who now makes the honor roll and is happy to come to school. She feels proud that she is able to complete her work. Miss Robinson gives that motherly love every child needs to learn and to grow. I can truly say that she is the best teacher ever for my child. St. Lucie Elementary administrators, thank you for joining us.
Wow, if those stories don't just warm our heart, I don't know what will. Thank you again to all of you for being such role models and such caring individuals. We move move now to our CTA report, and I don't believe that they're going to be here tonight. I did have a call from David Freeland expressing that he wouldn't be able to be with us tonight, but wanted us to know that he was thinking of us. Anyone here from CWA? Okay, seeing no one, we will then move to our consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented. Thank you. Any conversation? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Are there, we'll receive the superintendent's recommendation.
I recommend the board approve the consent agenda as submitted.
Board members, before we vote, are there any that need to be pulled for separate vote or discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair. Okay. Madam Chair, item 15.2, I need pulled for a separate vote, please, as the director of the center.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hilson. Any others? Okay, board members, we've received the recommendation for approval. We will vote separately on item 15.2. The other items we will recognize now in a motion.
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We will now have a vote on item 15.2.
Second.
Thank you. Any conversation? All in favor? Any opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carries 4-0 with the abstention noted. One day we're going to have our computers back in front of us and we'll have all the pages to flip through.
Sometimes that didn't work, though.
Okay, Mr. Superintendent, we will receive your report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple of items. Number one, I gave you in your packet, you should have received this information here regarding Miss Clarissa Duskin, and she wrote this article regarding this book that's out, a little children's book that's entitled Malty the Blue Tiger, and it's really about dual language and learning a different language. And the author herself is last name is Klaas, and she had a comment in there about learning a new language is like seeing the world in a new color. And so Clarissa, who was really as a parent representative for the National Association of Bilingual Education, was able to write this article, the Q&A that's there as well. So a good recognition for her. Great tips in there on working with children, not only were they trying to learn a new language as well as working on their own skills in their own home language. And so we just want to she didn't know I was going to say this, and I'm sure she's not here this evening, but we'll make sure we get recognition to her. But a job well done. As everybody's aware, we're in the middle of our campaign for the referendum. The ballots were mailed out late last week, and if anyone has not yet received them, they should wait until probably Thursday or Friday of this week. If you don't receive it by then, you should contact the Supervisor of Election, Gertrude Walker. Give her a call or go to the office directly to make sure that you do pick up that ballot. It's important, this is unique with a mail-in ballot, and we're doing this really because we want to get the most participation and the most voters out that we can to have a say in the future of our education, public education right here in St. Lucie County. And I just want to clarify again, because one of the main questions that I get is where does the dollars go? And 70% is for our teachers, 25% for law enforcement to make sure we have an officer on every campus, a small percentage for the mental health programs, and it's important that folks realize as well that every penny that we say is going to go to where we say it's going to go. This board is committed to that. The accountability is on the board, as well as the accountability is there with a Citizens Advisory Committee. That'll be a group of volunteers that'll monitor this. We'll also have it on the web page that the entire community can see. So this is an important event for us, and we're in the middle of that, so we encourage folks to educate themselves, go to the district homepage, webpage, for further information, or give us a call. We've had a few calls that have come in, had a great opportunity to talk to our citizens out there and answer their questions and make sure they're fully informed before they cast their vote. I want to congratulate Dr. Mills, who was this month was the St. Lucie Public Schools, was the Fort Pierce Lady of the Month at the, that we recognize. I know we've recognized two other board members as well through the, I believe it's through the Chamber of Commerce. So congratulations to that. Also want to congratulate Westwood High School. They earned the College Board AP Computer Science Female Diversity Award achievement for the high female representation that they have in AP computer courses. Out of 18,000 secondary schools worldwide, they're only one of 685 to register this accomplishment. I want to thank the Elks Club. They're very, very good partners with us in helping folks in our community. They donated the Elks Lodge 1520, 150 crock pots to our students who are in need due to different circumstances that their families find themselves in, and the crock pots pair well with the food and supply backpack program that they help provide for our students. Susan Seals still here. She was selected among Florida leaders to serve on the 2019 Florida Educational Leadership Examination Level 2 School Principal Performance Assessment Task Development. And it says the expenses are covered. They're paying you to do that, right? The state? But that's a great feather in St. Lucie County's cap, as well as Susan to represent. She represents what's best about our administrators and those that are in leadership here. So we wish her well in that. And that really concludes my comments for this evening. Thank you.
Mr. Harrell, do you have an attorney report? Thank you. Our school board member reports, Mr. Ingersoll?
No, ma'am, no report.
Thank you. Dr. Mills?
I just want to say thank you to Mr. Jant for attending the ministerial luncheon this week past, and talking about the referendum with our ministers in the community, and also for your acceptance to attend the Lincoln Park Ministerial Association as well. Mr. Jant has been all over the community, and he has been at every facet and every socket of this community getting the referendum information out. And I want to thank you for your efforts, as well as Ms. Carrie Patrick. I see her everywhere doing what she's doing, and we appreciate that, because we definitely, as I tell people, I can let it be known, I definitely support the teachers' raises, and we all do. And so we thank all of you that are working tirelessly to get that message out, because I'm still hearing people say to me that, oh, I got my ballot, but I don't know what it's about. But I'm getting phone calls. I'm sure the board members are getting phone calls, and we're getting the word out to the best of our ability. So I want to say thank you for all of you that's working earnestly in that area. Also, I want to recognize Mr. Lazo. He received that Commander's Award, and I was there to represent the board, and it was a very prestigious award. It was a surprise, and for his community service. And last but not least, I did get a chance to attend the Autism Walk on Saturday, and that group here in the district, Bill Thomason and the others, are doing a fantastic job with that Autism Walk event. And that leaves
Thank you, Dr.
my
Mills.
final word.
Ms. Hilson? No report. Ms. Hensley?
The Early Learning Coalition has moved into its new headquarters, which is very conducive. As you know, the Early Learning Coalition, like the school district, got flooded out. And during the time that there was an alternate site, we took the opportunity to digitize many of our files and that sort of thing, and bring a lot of things up to date. But they moved into the new headquarters last month. And there's great meeting rooms and some other real amenities there. It's a very nice facility. It is at the Hospice Center on Midway Road, so it's very easily accessible for our parents and our clients. The trip to Tallahassee last week was, like always, had a great time. Definitely think we moved the needle necessarily, but we had opportunity to speak with many, many legislators. Ms. Hawley being the president of our consortium, we had a room at the Senate, and representatives and senators came to us. And some of the dialogue was extremely animated. We also had the opportunity to go to speak to quite a few different legislators in their offices, heads of committees, chairs of key subcommittees. And so the big push has been flexibility in funding, especially when it comes to mental health and school security. The certification issues for our teachers, our current teachers and our future teachers, and funding sources. As you know, we are always there to educate and inform, and there seemed to be a lack of understanding of some of the opportunities that the legislature has left on the table when it comes to funding sources. So we had a lot of very interesting dialogue, and we will be sharing even more information with some of the legislators that we spoke with.
Thank you, Ms. Hensley. One thing every time I go to Tallahassee that I learn, and that's it is so wonderful to come back home to you all. It's no place like home, but it is a joy for us to be able to go and to represent and to be on a like-minded thought process with other school board members across the state of Florida who all of them, face the same obstacles that we do. So it's good to be able to join together. There was the largest contingency ever this year, and 77 school board members on the Hill for those couple of days. So that was a delight to see that as well. And do we have any unscheduled speakers to come before us? No. Well, hearing none then, we are adjourned, and I wish you all a wonderful evening.